Namaste. Good morning, everyone. Well, things are going here. I'm still working on Casper. Casper is my 92 Previa Toyota that I just bought in Ohio and drove back, and I'm getting it ready for the road. It's going to be very tight quarters, 4'8" living space. So in 4 foot by 8 foot, I have to fit in for the bed, and little cooking area, toilet, on the road toilet, and I've got to take these two monkeys with me. Now when I open up their little bedroom, they have their house that they sleep in. And when I open that up, it takes 3/4 of the floor living space there. So it's very tight quarters. Anyway, it is going to be something different than usually what's seen out there. I'm trying to put together kind of an Oriental style space. And what? He gave me love ice this morning. Yeah, he's a lover. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, it's in the process of getting fixed, almost done. Yesterday the inverter came that can run my rice cooker, which I can do other types of food in, not rice, but can do some cooking in that as well. So, are you giving me love? Give me kisses? Yeah, kiss. There we go, kiss. Yeah, he's a lover. Yeah. So anyway, that is coming along. There he goes, grunty. There, he just goes into. He loves this. He loves to get his little legs rub the little muscles in his legs. He says, "Oh, that feels so good. Oh, look at this. I wish you could see his face. He's just in. It goes into la la land." Yeah, he said, "Yeah, I love that." Give him every day. He gets a massage. He's so horrible life, isn't it? It's a terrible thing. Yeah. So. So anyway, it was good to see the elections the other evening, that so many people are coming in of various affinities. First transgendered person was elected. And the guy had been there, 25 years that she replaced, and he said he was the giant homophobe and replaced by transgender. That was a good one to see. And now we have some women, Hispanics, that were also elected. A lot of women were elected this time. So hopefully this will be a new trend, that we have more women being elected and we have more people. Hopefully they will be people of integrity, we hope. Because I think people have just had enough of this Trump, ongoing lies and fantasy and nonsense that's going on. Really, this is not, what he spouts are not the values of our country. They are not who and what we are as a people, for the most part. Okay, there is a small segment of those that are run on fear and hate for everybody that's not whites, and they run on this platform it's a terrible thing. So, when you have to run a thing that's based on fear, trying to get into people's fears, then you're trying to control them and manipulate them, rather than, showing them that there's nothing to be fearful of. Of course, you have to be wise and you have to, not be stupid. But you don't run on fear. That's, ridiculous. That's taking away people's internal standing and their steadiness and their, if you are secure within yourself, then you're not running based on fear, fearing what somebody else is or their cultural differences. That should be celebrated. It should be something that people are, celebrating others' cultural differences, enjoying it, and seeing the difference rather than fearing it. Oh, if it's not just like me, then it's wrong. Because I can't take anything that's, a little different. Oh my God, that might impinge on me, or, it's ridiculous. Okay? Absolutely ridiculous. And so you have people out there that keep trying to put fear into people rather than respect and understanding. If you are secure within yourself, okay, then you're not going to be buying into all this drama. Okay. This path is about finding, you go through all the things that come up and, find that center of stillness and find that, center that says, what this universe is, I am. Okay. What this universe is comprised of, its elemental substance is what I am. And it's inherently in every being, every atom, every molecule in this planet. Okay? So rather than dividing and fear, and one comes to a place of, rather celebrating the differences, So anyway, on this path, really, it's a path of doing your own internal search, okay? Again, for those that say, that I'm negative and that I have something against Christianity, yada, yada, yada. Absolute nonsense. It's 100% nonsense. Christ, when Christ was here and Christ was speaking to the people, he wasn't always, everything is hearts and flowers and fluff and fluff. He was very hard. Why do you think they wanted to crucify him and get rid of him? It wasn't because he was saying how wonderful they all were. He spoke out against the established religion of the day, their errors, their, ridiculousness. Okay? This is why I stand up and speak out against, these ones that are preaching this crap. It's not just Nityananda. I've spoken out against many of them. I've spoken against many Christian elements of this nonsense that they're promoting now of, this prosperity teaching and absolute nonsense. There was no time that Christ said, follow me and you'll become rich. Okay? Never. And he was very hard. He said the men that are in power, that are the religiosity, they're sepulchres. You're a crypt with dead men's bones in it. That's it. You've got nothing. Okay? He threw the money changers out of the temple, threw over their tables, told them they were thieves. Okay? He was very hard on many people. Wasn't always this mamby-pamby, And he said, don't try to lay up for yourselves now. Your reward is in heaven. You do what you need to do here. So he was 100% against this prosperity teaching. He said you may come and say, when you pass out of the foreman, you come over and say, hey, didn't we prophesy in your name? Didn't we do all these things? He said, get away from me. I don't know you. So just because they say, oh, Christ this and Christ that, and, born again and this and that, doesn't mean that they are, quote unquote, Christian. Okay? That's why I stay away from the, not to say every Christian church is bad, but the overwhelming majority have lost the message of what Christ was trying to teach. He was trying to bring them to a centered self. Fear not. He'd tell them, fear not. That was one of his main messages. Don't be in fear. Fear not. Okay? So they really lost his message. These good, you look at the people, a lot of them, which are Trump followers, say they're these good Christians, and they're haters, hating this and hating that and talking against it. Again, how can you say you're a good Christian and you're hating a people because of the color of their skin? Ridiculous. Christ also said, God is judging the hearts and the minds, not the religion, not the outer thing that you say he judges the heart and the mind. What is your intent? What is it? What are your values? What is your, what is the integrity? What is the motive? What reason are you doing these things? Not just the action, but the intent behind the action. Those are the things that are looked at. Okay? So, you look at these things and you see that religion, and I don't care which religion it is, has gone off the rails. Okay? That's why I say I'm spiritual, not religious. There's a difference between being spiritual and being religious. Religious is the letter of the law. Spiritual is that intent. To be, rising up under the intent of what it is. To be living that. And I look at the Jewish enclave, I have to laugh because they were driven by the letter of the law, the Talmud. But they try to find loopholes in it. They say you can't lift something on a weekend. So they string these lines and push stuff along so they're not actually lifting it. Now, if they actually believe what they're doing, why are they think they're smarter than God? You're going to find a loophole? They're always looking for a loophole. Okay? You can't find a loophole with God. You're only kidding yourself. Okay? So again, there's a difference between being spiritual and religious. Okay? I don't care for religiosity. I care for the intent and actually living the life rather than based on a set of rules and dogmas and this and that. It should be the heart of what it is. Okay. So that's gotten lost. That has gotten lost along the way. Are you comfy? He's a good boy. So anyway, I would like to see things get turned around here. Really, Trump and his whole cabinet, again, need to go. We don't need this type. I mean, there's politics. There's nothing clean about politics. Let's face it. There's a lot of underhanded things that go on there. But it can be a lot cleaner than what it is. It would be nice to see people of integrity and value in there, not those that just say they have integrity and wear this thing and try to, they're nonsense, okay? But it would be nice to have people of actual integrity and standing in politics, wanting to aid people and not selling out. I think people start to get into politics with a genuineness, but then they become a sellout. Okay. Well, I can compromise this and I'll compromise that. And eventually they've lost themselves. They lost their soul. They lost everything. Okay. They've become a sellout. Okay. You look at the cabinet with Trump. A lot of the people coming in you had hope for, and then you see that instead of raising things up, they got drugged down. And this is why you don't, you can't go in and sell yourself. You know? I think some people, like I said, they got in there and started selling out. Okay? And he corrupted them. They became even more corrupt. And that's a sad thing to see people fall, to lose their genuineness, to lose their, you're not always going to be rewarded for having integrity. Okay. You have people like Trump that see people of integrity that are being honest, and he sees them as chumps, as fools. Okay. Because they have morals. Because they'll stand by the truth. They're a fool. Well, they're not a fool. In the end, like the Bible says, those that were first will be last, and those that are last will be first. Okay? So if you're first in this country, you're very wealthy. Okay? When you leave this form, you're going to be at the end of the line. Okay? Okay? Those that are first will be last, and those that are last will be first. Okay? If it's all ego, me, and you put everybody else behind you, well, eventually you're going to find out that karma is going to catch up, and you're going to get slapped in the face. Okay? You may not see it in this lifetime. Oh, I guarantee that's coming. Guarantee it's coming. Okay? So those that are wealthy think that we are all fools. They lie, deny, and do all this nonsense. Use and abuse people, and then internally laughing, saying what fools everyone is and how brilliant they think they are. They're not going to get away with it forever. Okay, they will have some very, very, very hard lessons coming in upcoming lives and upcoming time. Just staring today? Yeah. It's because you get away with nothing, you know. They will have a very surprising wake-up call when they leave the form and they find out what's the other side. Okay? So, again, take time, be in the moment. When a bunch of drama starts happening and you start getting caught up in it, stop yourself before you get in a tirade and say, look at what's really happening, and the only thing that's happening in this moment is bring yourself back to center. Get rid of all the drama and nonsense of thoughts that are going around that are pulling you one way or pulling you another in fear that are not true. Okay? Stop and come back to center and see exactly just what is taking place in this moment. Don't add to it, don't take away from it, don't project into it, and don't layer old past things on it. Okay? Take this moment for what it is, as it is, and leave the rest of the drama where it belongs. Isn't that right? Yeah. So I'm going to close this out for now. It's kind of been a rambling on many subjects today. But that's okay. And I'll continue to have a little bit of my coffee this morning. And I got to get the trike ready. Somebody bought the trike. They're driving all the way from North Carolina to pick it up today, so I've got to get it ready. It's going to a new home. So I hope they enjoy it. So I will see you all later. Maybe I'll catch you on the road one of these days. Bye, everyone.